We are currently at a very familiar town in the form of Gorinka, and I gotta say, thank you very much for all of your feedback at the question that I posed in the previous episode. I do appreciate that, and I will let you more know about things a little bit later on. Anyway, we are going to be taking a look at our current money situation. I've been doing a couple of battles. I did complete that task that we were attempting to do in the previous episode. Completed that, got about 15,000 credits for that, so that was really nice. Otherwise, I am selling heavy Kevlar vests for a very, very nice amount of cash. I'm also going to be selling these AKMs for 1,000 each. I believe someone told me, oh yeah, by the way, I have an orange camisole in my in my inventory. You'll see exactly why I have one of those in just a second. But anyway, someone did say, why am I carrying around iron in my inventory? There's a very good reason for that. As soon as we get or have some opportunity to get a town under our control, then I am going to be using this iron, and maybe some wood as well, to be able to start construction on various buildings. And those buildings are going to help us to produce more money, to produce more security and agriculture, and just generally make the town a better place. So that's exactly the reason why I'm running around with iron at the moment. It is not exactly the most logical thing to do, because it is kind of annoying to, lug iron around, but I think it's worth it, because let's face it, me selling these Kevlar vests for 9,400 is just a super amount of cash for one item, and you can get these pretty easily. Actually, you can get those from where can you get those from? You can get those from like Cossack rebels and things like that pretty easily. So it is really nothing to be too worried about. Anyway. Snow Fox Special Snipers. Now, these are not the owl snipers that we know about. These ones are apparently better? Are they better? I don't actually know. But what I do know is that they have an insane amount of sight range. They have 1.43. How much do our other guys have? They have 1.6 at the moment, but they are level 7, and those are level 1. So, do you think we should maybe buy some of those? Maybe we should buy 3 of those. Let's get 3 of those. We've got a good amount of cash right now, so I think we can pretty easily deal with that. Oh yeah, this is exactly why the orange camisole was in my inventory. We just recruited another companion, Anastasia. She is going to be really, really good when we start leveling her up. And unfortunately, she just doesn't have the stats at the moment to be able to wear things. Like she can't really wear any armor at the moment. She can wear this helmet, thankfully, but otherwise she's not particularly well geared. She is using an AKM though, and I think that's going to work out quite nicely. But yeah, how is our other companion doing, by the way? Igor is doing very nicely. He is level 7 at the moment. Let's level him up a little bit. Let's get him to level 13 and just spend a quick 11,000 very, very fast. And yes, what I'm actually going to need to do is I will need to swap out these old-fashioned jeans and the coyote t-shirt, and probably the Vector as well. Do I have another weapon for him? Yeah, I have the AK-5C, so I guess I'll give him that. Is he actually good? Oh no, he's not even that good with assault rifles, so I should probably just let him have the SMG. Oh, that's kind of weird. I've never really had a companion that has been extremely good with SMGs over assault rifles, so I guess he's just going to be using that. And I have given her a grenade. I don't know whether it's even worth it for me to give her a med kit. I don't even know whether giving Igor a first aid kit is making any difference whatsoever, so I guess we're just going to have to see as we progress. Otherwise, we're going to level these guys up once, going to level these guys up once, and level these guys up a whole bunch, because they are going to need the additional skills and things to pay the bills. And we now only have 1,100 in our coffers, so let us try to do something about that, shall we? Oh yes, also I did level up once again, so we are now going to start leveling up. I think we're not even close to being maxed out in terms of our party size, so I think I'm going to start leveling up intelligence just a little bit. Intelligence, in my opinion, is not as necessary as it used to be. I don't think it really... I mean, yeah, it makes a huge difference to first aid, medical, and what else? Trading obviously does help. And diplomacy, that's pretty good too. Stealing, what about that? No, that's agility. So I'm just going to level up diplomacy a little bit here. But yeah, it seems to only do those things. It doesn't seem to do anything else. Yeah, I'm actually liking this quite a bit. The developers have listened to the community, or at the very least, listened to maybe a comment that I made at one point in one of my episodes where I said, there are too many skills focused on intelligence alone, because in previous versions of Freeman, intelligence was king. And basically you would need intelligence at least to 9 or 12 or even 15 if you wanted to go super hardcore on it to be able to have a good character build, because every single skill was, well, not every single skill, but a lot of skills were based on intelligence. But now there's a really nice mix. There's a nice mix. There's agility here, there's constitution, there's leadership, and there's intelligence. And that really makes a huge difference in my opinion. Anyway, we are going to be leveling up our rifle skill. As I said, we're probably going to try and use some kind of sniper rifle in my secondary slot here, hopefully at some point in the near future. And what I'm also going to do is we're going to try and get another helmet. We're going to try and get another helmet so that I can get a gas mask. Apparently people have told me that a gas mask with this, yes, the tactical Kevlar helmet, that is going to be fantastic. So should I sell my 2x zoom scope? Probably not. So yeah, but I do know about it. I'm just letting you know that I know about it. So if I do have the cash at some point in the future, which is going to be pretty easy to get in my opinion, then I'll come over and I'll buy a tactical Kevlar helmet, and then I'll probably try and buy a gas mask as well, and then we'll go on from there. So let's, oh yeah, no, I don't want to, nice to meet you, goodbye. I really don't want to fight them, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, we're going to just check the mission board. Okay, there's nothing much here. So, well, Smolyanka has been taken by the Uman Brotherhood, so it appears to me that it would be a good idea to attack. So let's... Shall we... Wait a minute. Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. What do we have here? Oh, we have a ransom apparently of 13,000. I am going to take that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I am going to attack this general from the Uman terrorists. Hello there. Oh, yes. I would like to be able to take him prisoner. This is the main reason why I'm wanting to attack this guy, because he is going to be a valuable addition to our forces if we can pull it off. So let's get all our guys out on the battlefield here. I really want to... Yeah, I can put hollandaise sauce out here as well. Let's sauce them up, shall we? Yeah, we can make cheesy lines like that. Yes, you could say cheese sauce lines. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just get those guys over there. It is night. Oh, no, it's not nighttime. It's not nighttime. Okay, I actually thought it was nighttime. Oh, well, never mind. And let's take our trusty L95 or L85 or whatever it is called, and we will do some good damage with it. Oh, there it is. I mean, I say it. There are the enemies. Let us shoot at them. Yes, very good. Okay, wow, this weapon, really. I know a lot of people have said that the Groza rifle is really good, and I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying that I've not had the opportunity to use that in this version just yet. And, well, as far as I'm aware, it has a 6x zoom, the Groza, so that's going to be really fun to use if I can get my hands on it at some point. That would be really fun, because I feel like scopes in general are so good. They are just so good. Anyway, there's 3,000 experience. Good amount of credits as well. I'll take that medkit, take the iron as well, and I will be taking the food. Now I know a lot of people get a bit annoyed with me for not taking a huge amount of the loot here, because theoretically what I could do is I could take all of this and then I could go to the nearby marketplace and I could sell all of it. And I'm missing out on, I don't know, 1,000, maybe 2,000 credits or something like that. Personally, that is not a big deal to me. I'm not trying to say that I have too much money to know what to do with, because I certainly don't. I could definitely use the cash, and I would definitely recommend taking it if you are having, you know, money troubles. But for me personally, I like taking things that are going to give me a big bulk of cash for not too much inventory space. Because if I see a party, like for example, we have now been able to take Finn prisoner, and that is fantastic. This is great. This is really good, because that means I will be able to potentially get him to join us. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to be in a position where I have a full inventory and then I encounter a really good opportunity and I can't take it, or I would have a difficulty taking it because I have a full inventory and I will not be able to capitalize on it. So that's the main reason why I would not want to do that. Anyway, we are going to actually start executing some of these looters, because that will then give some compliance to the remaining forces that we have here. Now the problem is these guys sell for a huge amount, so I think I'm just going to have to keep Finn in there for the moment, and then we'll see what we can do as we move forward here. But yeah, I think at the moment we will just have to leave him until we can maybe increase his energy or increase his compliance in some other way. Maybe we'll have to just do some battles with looters and bandits in general and just try and get them to, yeah, look, there's 9,000. That's absolutely insane. And just try and get them to pay or something like that. All right, so it seems like Smolyanka is under siege at the moment by a VFA combat company. So this is going to be a bit interesting, because I don't know who's going to win, because the terrorists, they are well known for having a lot of grenade launchers. Oh, hello there. This is a great opportunity, if ever I saw one. All right, so I think I'm going to let this guy go into Smolyanka for the moment, because I would like to have him potentially cause the VFA to lose. Oh, no, maybe he's running. No, it seems like he is actually running away. Okay, well, I will be attempting to do some battles with him. There we go. All right, so this might be a little bit more difficult because he has more units to show for it. But yeah, the main problem is we don't want the VFA to take Smolyanka, because if they do, then we are definitely going to be out of luck in many ways, because without a very weakened town, we'll never be able to take it. I think we could potentially, and I'm saying we could, this is a very iffy statement, I think we could defend against quite a few enemies if it came down to it. I think we could defend quite a lot, but it really depends on all kinds of different factors. It depends on the enemy, it depends on, where we are going to be stationed. It depends on all kinds of things. So I'm not going to comment on whether I think we'll be able to defend against, 150 units or something like that, because I think that would probably be a little bit too much for our forces right now. But I have a lot of confidence in our guys. I'm pretty proud of what they've been able to do so far, because we have had one casualty. And that's also something that I think would be pretty cool to add in the future to Freeman. A kind of, shall we say, a memorial for the fallen, so to speak. So, it's kind of like an XCOM, where your fallen soldiers will have their stats and their avatar sort of memorialized forever, so you can actually go back and see who died. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people have been asking for the ability to name your troops as well, and I think that could be really cool because of the way that Freeman worked in a previous version. Basically, you would recruit squads of units, so you would recruit like 5 guys or 6 guys or something like that, and you could choose how many you were able to get. But in this, you obviously recruit 1 per recruiting cost, and that makes it much more akin to games like XCOM and to a lesser extent RimWorld, because it's kind of the same sort of thing where you have singular units that you can rename, and they all have their own unique personalities, and you can just call them all kinds of things, and if they die, then it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal for me if I were to, for example, lose a unit that has been in my army since the very start. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So, yeah, anyway, Unfortunately, I won't be able to take any of these other guys here because I have run out of prisoner space. So that is unfortunate. Do I have, where's prisoner? Yeah, there's prisoner management. That is a leadership skill. So I already have 2 in it. So there's not much more I could do about it. But anyway, as I was saying, I think it would be really cool if we could name our troops and indeed, you know, maybe customize them a little bit more with their, you know, with their looks and things like that. But that is obviously pretty far in the future, in my opinion, for the devs of Freeman, because they're a very small team. They're concentrating on, you know, crushing those bugs and adding the most important features. And cosmetics and things like that are probably going to be a little bit later down the line. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm gonna have to auto-equip. There we go. Heavy Kevlar vest for this guy. And let's auto-equip a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, so Anastasia has leveled up, which is really nice. She's now level 9, which is just insane. And we can actually give her this police vest. She just about qualifies to wear that. 43 armor she has. Okay, so that's really nice. It doesn't seem as though she is that much of a combat companion. So I think I might have to make her a mayor of some kind so that she looks after one of the towns that we gain as we go forward. So I think that will probably be her purpose for the most part, which is it's definitely something I'm not a big fan of because I'd like to have as many generals as possible. But if she's good at that, then I'm perfectly happy for her to, you know, go and do that. So let's do another squad, shall we? So what are we gonna call this? We're gonna call this Chutney, I guess. We're gonna call this Chutney. Huge amounts of people giving really nice names, so I just have so much choice. It is just crazy. So thank you very much for that, by the way. I think it's really nice to get the community involved, and at least in the naming process, which is just a very small part, obviously, but I think it's pretty cool to do that. Anyway, let's ooh, nice. Okay, so these are going to level up really fast as well. Look at this. Wow. Okay, look at, wow. Okay, so they already have 1.62 sight. And they come with 15 marksmanship already. And these guys, they didn't, I believe. They came with, I think, much less marksmanship. So these Snow Fox units are going to be extremely powerful as we go forward. That's going to be really nice. Okay, so yeah, we should probably try and... yeah, this is... I think I'm gonna have to leave it until their energy... We could bribe? Does that mean they join me instantly? Or I'm not entirely sure what the bribing system does. I think it should. It should do that. Okay, well, let's just cross our fingers and hope that VFA are not going to be successful in their efforts to besiege that as I move over here and sell... I think I'm probably just going to sell the AK-5C. Because I kind of want the cash instead. So we're going to go for something like that. There we go. And because what we got to do is we can't give the assault rifles to those Snow Fox units. They are going to need rifles. So let's see if we can maybe buy them something. I could buy them SVDs. No, I can't. I don't have enough money for that. Do I have any... No, I don't have any night vision goggles available here. I do have binoculars. That's not really going to make too much sense. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, well, I wasn't really going to use them in combat now anyway, but it's kind of nice to have the option, just in case, you know. Okay, so we are, of course, going to be giving them medkits, because they definitely need those. And do I need to give any of these guys medkits? Yeah, this guy doesn't have a medkit. And they all need grenades. Yeah, these guys need grenades. I'm not... Oh, what? They don't have throwing proficiency? I'm very surprised. Alright, so they don't have throwing proficiency. We're just going to leave them out of the grenade barrel then, I suppose. And we'll just get all of these guys grenades instead. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that. But I guess it is because they are special units. They're not going to be super good when it comes to throwing grenades. Because they are... great at everything else, I suppose. Anyway, let us... oh, there we go. 9,200. Thank you. Let me head back over here. And let's see what's happening. I'm going to speed up. Gonna speed up the game a little bit here. And look at that profit. Oh, that's nice. 18,000. But it goes up and down so incredibly quickly thanks to the amount of upgrading that we tend to do. So let's see what is happening here. It seems like the terrorists are winning. The VFA are having some difficulties. I'm surprised at this. I'm very surprised. I would have expected the VFA to win this like no one's business. Yeah, I'm really surprised. What? Okay, I am very pleased about this. Can you tell? Oh, wow. That is crazy. Almost 37,000 for this one terrorist. That is amazing. Very nice indeed. Okay, so yeah, Small Yonko is even being damaged as we speak. There you go. They were eliminated. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to head in here. I am going to sneak in, because I would like to do that, and then we will go and we will sell some prisoners, because that's what I would like to do right here. So, yeah. We are going to sell the militia SMG fighter, sell the terrorist, the Cossack rebel fighter, and I think we'll leave it now. But the thing is, here's the thing. If we end up winning this battle, which I think we will, I'm not going to be that confident, but I think we might. I think we might be able to do it. If we do end up winning, look at the amount of prisoners that we can rescue. We can take VFA fighters. We can take Uman terrorists. Someone told me that terrorists are really good. I don't know whether they're just the regular terrorists or whether they are the Uman, you know, the variant of the terrorist. And yeah, federal sharpshooters. Six federal sharpshooters, which is just insane. They are really good. But I guess the rest are not as good, so we don't really need to worry too much about them. I just wanted to make sure that we had enough space. So I guess... Actually, I'm just being careful here. Let's just level these guys up. Oh, they are level 15 now. They are completely leveled up. That is kind of crazy. And let's level these guys up a little bit more as well. So these are level 9 now. Whoa. Okay. You know what I should do? I should make the Snow Fox special snipers group up with the Owl special snipers and just have like a black and white kind of thing going on. Because obviously the Owls, they are all dressed in black. And the Snow Fox unit is all dressed in, well, I would think white. Because that's what they're going to be good at. They're going to be good at like desert combat or snow combat or something like that. So that would be pretty cool if we could make that happen. But, well, whatever. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let us go in and do a siege. I am very, very excited about this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we can just get everyone in there. I don't really want to put Marmite in there because they might hate it. They might hate it. Okay, yeah. Anyway, jokes aside, I'm not entirely sure if these guys are that well geared at the moment. I don't think they're that good. So I'm gonna just leave them where they are, and we're just gonna take our other units. Oh, these guys are... No. I'm not gonna take them through there. That's gonna be an absolute bloodbath. So we're gonna do this instead. And we're gonna take these guys to escort the Owl snipers. And we're gonna split ourselves up a little bit. Oh, it's not at nighttime. I probably would have preferred fighting at nighttime, but I think we should do okay, because I do have this wonderful weapon, which I know a lot of people are not particularly happy about in the real-life variant of it, but in the game, this weapon is pretty cool. I like it. It seems to do a good amount of damage, and you know, sees to it that a lot of enemies will die very easily. So I like that. Okay, so let's have a look-see. Ah. That's a lot of enemies. Oh. Okay. Well, we have 26. I mean, we have a lot of people on our side as well, so theoretically we should be fine. But that is theoretically. You know what? Maybe we should have just taken all of our guys over to one of the flags and then seen what we could have done. Do you think I could shoot these guys from here? Yes. That is an answer. That is an answer right there. That is kind of crazy that I am able to shoot from this distance. Wow. Wow. This is kind of insane. Okay, I'm really happy that Hollandaise is over there, because they are really close by to the enemy, and they should have a really easy time of picking them down, picking them off. Oh, this is great. Wow. Yeah, this is a very easy siege for us. This is a very easy siege. I don't think we're going to have any difficulties unless one of these terrorists gets into range and is able to use their grenade launcher, if they still have the grenade launcher equipped, which I think they probably do. But yeah, Scorpion Assault and Owl Snipers doing an absolutely fantastic job, and you would expect them to do that. You know, they are special units for a reason. I really like the addition of those as well, by the way. I think that's really nice. Okay, so let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a nice. You know what I'd also like to see? I know that I'm basically saying, I'd like to see this, and I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see that. I know I'm saying way too much of that in this episode, but I would like to see a distance marker, or some kind of indicator how far a distance you took that shot. So if you do a particularly long shot, then maybe it could display how far away you were when that shot was fired. I think that could be a pretty cool thing, just for interest's sake. It's just a whim on my part. It's not really necessary to the gameplay at all. It's just a fun little addition, just to be like, oh, I shot that guy from that far away. That's pretty cool, you know, sort of thing. Anyway, there's 4,500 experience, 20,000 credits, and we have taken our first town. And heavy Kevlar vests are our reward, which I very much appreciate indeed. Oh yes. Commander, with your efforts, you finally have the first base, where you can declare independence. When you declare independence, all forces will react, support, or oppose it. Please be prepared. After having a base area, some new functions will be unlocked. Information. From this panel, you can see the situation of each faction, such as faction funds, military strength, number of troops, hostile forces, generals, cities, but also unlocked diplomatic functions. You can declare war on other factions, which this is a new function, so that's really cool. You can also sign, trade, or offense and defense treaties with other factions. That is amazing as well. With each faction, you can interact only once per day, so better choose carefully. Trade. After having a city, the trade function opens. Trade is an economic source. If you want to make money through trade, you need to make good relations with other factions and sign trade treaties. After you have a city, it's going to have serious changes in gameplay. You have to manage your city and develop it well. In this case, you will be able to receive more tax. And now we get the opportunity to select our banner. So, yeah. I really want to choose the kitten, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to go with the nostalgia. Oh yes, we're going to go with the nostalgia. And oh yeah, by the way, you can create your own custom flag, which I might very well do at some point in the future, but I kind of like using the in-game flags. I think they're pretty cool anyway. So yeah, so faction name, what is it going to be? I could call myself Reformian Rebels. I know that I was going with a theme in the previous seasons of Freeman. I was going for things like the first reform, the third reform, fifth, sixth, you know, so on and so forth. But I've lost count of that now because I'm not actually doing the season thing anymore. I'm just doing the versions. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be calling ourselves... I think we'll go for something like Reformian Rebels. I know that this is pretty... I like the double R kind of thing. I think that sounds cool. But if there is any other... I don't know whether I can actually change my faction name after this. So if I can't, then... well, that's just how it's going to have to be. But I'm pretty happy with the name anyway. Okay, so there is Smolyanka. We have a huge amount of prisoners in the garrison, and you know what we can do with those prisoners? We can convert them to our side, and we can then put them in the garrison to defend it. That is exactly what I'm going to attempt to do. So yeah, now we can take a look at the force information. Oh, you can see here that we are very friendly with the Chernivkan front, so I'm very happy about that. We are the pink. Yes, we are the neon pink line, so we're gonna hopefully do a pretty decent job here. And there's our first city as well. Okay, so we are now having the opportunity to build buildings, as you can see right here. Unfortunately, I am going to... Oh, I need tools. Okay, so that's a new thing. That's a new thing. You did not need tools before, so that's very interesting, but it's pretty cool that you will need that. All right, so let's just fix up all of these buildings that were damaged. And what we're going to do is we're going to automatically collect tax, and we are also going to encourage... I think we're going to enhance security, to be honest. I think enhancing security is a good idea. Yeah, I think security is good. And we don't have any companions here, unfortunately. I could technically sell prisoners if I want to, but I think we're going to just leave those where we currently have them, just in case of ransoms. I'm going to check to see whether we can buy any wood or tools here. Where are tools, by the way? I don't think I've seen the tools yet, or maybe I have and I just haven't taken note of them, but I don't really mind too much about that. We will find them when we find them. But I know that there are specific towns that are really good to go for to buy wood. So I'm going to try and find those as well. There we go. We're going to sell... Are we going to sell these? You know what? I'm going to keep one of these. Actually, I'm going to keep all three because I think that the Snow Fox units could definitely use some protective gear. So let's do that. There we go. That's much better. And I'm going to keep the cash that I have right now. Let's level up our intelligence once again, and we can finally get some more diplomacy, trading, first aid, and medical. Very nice. And technically what we can do now is we can do a transport route. And a transport route is going to be really, really fun. So can I don't want to tell it to go to Smolyanka. How do I change that? There's a discount of this, and it demands that. Okay, so how do I... Okay, so wait a minute. So there's a discount on this. So how do we check this? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I would like to take it to one of the Chernivkan front cities, but are they really far away? Oh no, they're not that far away. They're pretty close. So could I tell them to go that way, or... It doesn't seem like it, amusingly enough. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can do anything about that at the moment. I probably have to talk to them or something. That would probably make sense. Yeah, here we go. So I could technically sign a trade treaty. Yeah, I think I need to talk to them before I can do anything like that. So they will receive it in an estimate of 2 hours. Okay, sure. Let's try it out. This is the first time I'm doing this, by the way, so do forgive my slight clunkiness when it comes to, you know, working out what's all going on here. And what I'm going to do is we are... you know what? It grinds my gears when I have to do this kind of thing, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to sell all these guys. I know. People are not going to be too pleased with this, but I'm going to do it because I now have 112,000, and then I can go into the garrison, into the prisoner hold, and we can just get all these guys. And then we can try and persuade these to go into our barracks and things like that. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit more. And we're going to see what we can do in 2 hours. I think it's... Hopefully they... Yes, there we go. They did accept it. We accept your proposal for trade between our factions for mutual prosperity. Friendship has increased by 20, which is fantastic. And now we have these. Look at this. Now we have these options available. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Okay, so let's have a look-see here. So we can... we can give them this. And we're going to take away that. So let's have a look. So we can go to Zalaniv, which is just over there. That's not that far away. So that's pretty cool. And this has a discount at the moment. So let's do that to Zalaniv. Okay, is that working? I think that is working. So are they going to go over there? Yes, look. They're already going over there. Ooh, this is cool. I like it. You really get to see your actions pay off almost immediately. That is really nice. Anyway, I think that will be it for this episode. I'm going to get down to doing some propaganda, interrogation, persuasion kind of thing, and we'll try and get a nice garrison in Smolyanka here to try and protect it. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.